Hello, friends. Happy Monday. I hope you had an absolutely amazing, beautiful weekend. It never fails. The minute I start a live stream, a truck will, like, literally, I could bet money on it, and I would win every single time. So give me one quick second to go ahead and share this over inside my group. If you do not know about my Facebook group, where have you been? It's called Disruptors Haven. It is the perfect hangout for women just like you who are change agents, who are willing to stand up and speak up and make disruptive change in the status quo that doesn't serve the greater good. And I'm going to be talking a little bit more about that today and this Thursday, but let me just quick share this into that group. But I invite you to join me over there. So happy Monday. This is Power Up. I do a Power Up session every single Monday, where I really just invite you in a fast and furious way to become incredibly self-aware of something that's holding you back, and then very quickly reframe it so that you can get back to work being the badass change agent that you are meant to be out in the world, whether it's in a big, huge way and you're doing it from podcasts and television and stages, or you're doing it in a really small way in meetup groups, or you're starting a community grassroots organization, or everything in between. That's what this is all about. Hey, Latasha. Hey, Audrey. So glad that you've joined. So today I want to talk to you about something that I've been hearing tons and tons about lately. So I work with women who identify as disruptors. What's a disruptor? Disruptor is very simply a change agent, a woman who is willing to use her truth, her experience, her expertise, and her voice to speak up and say, hey, this thing that is the status quo, this thing that everybody else does, this thing that we've been taught socially, culturally, inside our politics, inside of our culture, inside of our industry or our corporation, it really is not serving the greater good. And I want to talk today really quickly about labels. So labels, titles, language is so powerful. And it can be used to really inspire you and to fire you up and to make you feel incredibly passionate about what you're doing. Or you can use that language in a way that leaves you feeling like you don't fit in. And I've been having a lot of conversations lately with women who say, Kelly, what drives me every day to get out of bed is to make a difference in the world, to go out and truly serve and help people, to create a legacy that lives long after I'm not here anymore, and to really be somebody that just creates an impact. And in return, I want to receive abundance as a result. This is what I live and breathe for. But a lot of women are telling me lately, I'm not really a disruptor, just a change agent. And like I said, on Thursday, during the Thursday Throwdown, and if you're not aware, I do something called the Thursday Throwdown every single Thursday, which is a 20 to 30 minute mini session training where I go way deeper into topics. But for today, here's what I want you to think about. I want you to think about the labels you use to identify yourself and which ones are positive and negative. And I want you to answer two really kind of simple, straightforward, but maybe not quick questions for yourself around the labels that you're using. So number one, when it comes to the labels, so let's use change agent versus disruptor, right? What am I believing about myself and about these labels that are actually holding me back? I've heard a lot of women argue with me lately that they couldn't possibly be a disruptor. And it's because either they have a misconception about what a disruptor is, or they just don't believe they have what it takes to be that kind of a change agent. So that's question number one. What am I believing about myself and these labels, these titles, these roles that's actually holding me back from serving more, from giving more, from showing up more often, from speaking more truthfully, authentically, honestly, powerfully? And number two, what do I need to believe about myself in order to step sort of under the umbrella of a much more empowered, powerful title that allows me to show up bigger, show up bolder, take more risks, put myself out there more clearly, more consistently, more honestly, more directly, and maybe even in a more polarizing way. Because the truth, my friends, is if you want to be a true change agent, somebody who makes a difference in the world, you cannot be out there sharing some vanilla message that people who just care about being liked are going to resonate with. The people who need you to stand up and speak your truth. And sometimes that's going to trigger other people, and you've got to learn to be okay with that. That's what being a disruptor is all about. So if you're believing certain things about yourself right now that don't allow you to see yourself as a change agent, that don't allow you to see yourself as a leader, that don't allow you to see yourself as a disruptor, what are those beliefs? Let's flesh them out. Let's get really honest with them. And secondly, what do you need to believe instead so that you're not holding yourself back, so that you are truly shining your light so that the people who need you can find you, and so that the people who will benefit from the change you are looking to bring around, that they hop on board. They follow you, they contribute, they consume your content, they give you feedback, they put what you're teaching or sharing or creating into action to make the world a better place. Now, here's what I know to be true. What you think, super important. How you feel, super important. What you do, incredibly important. And all of those things are driven by what you believe. So if you don't take the time to get really clear on what I just very simply refer to as your own bullshit, your limiting beliefs, your programming, your assumptions, your perceptions, the paradigms you operate underneath, if you don't take the time to get really clear about what they are, and especially flesh out the ones that are not serving you, and then do what you need to do to shift them and replace them with something so much more powerful, then you are not going to be the change agent you so deeply wish to be in your industry, in your niche, in your country, in your city, in your religion, in your political party, whatever it is. So the time has come for you to literally blow up all of that bullshit. And a couple of times a year, I run a really powerful 5-day challenge. It's called Blow Up Your Bullshit. And every time I get hundreds of women who come in and realize it's what's going on up here and in here. When I shift those things, then I can put my training, my education, my experience, my expertise, my strategy, I can put it all into motion instead of self-sabotaging, holding back, hiding, playing it safe, doing the same things I've done all along that get me the same damn results all the time. So if that sounds like something you're ready to do, spend 5 days with me, uncovering what your BS is, really tapping into what you want your truth to be, what you want to replace the BS with, and learning exactly how to do it, while at the same time assessing what it's costing you, so that you realize, I need to do this right now. If that's something you're interested in doing, then click the link that you will see either in the comments or the text or somewhere on the screen here, and join me for the 5-day Blow Up Your Bullshit Challenge. I'm telling you, this is a game changer, you guys. This is not like the regular run-of-the-mill 5-day challenges you see online, where you do some nice fluffy work and at the end, you have something that makes you feel kind of good for a couple of days. This is about going deep, fast, and moving the needle. And we start in just a couple of weeks. So click the link and register, and then join us in a couple of weeks for the challenge. I can't wait to see you inside there with probably several hundred other women. If it's anything like the last couple times I ran it, there will be several hundred women in there all doing this work so they can become more visible, more vocal, more vulnerable, and absolutely more in action. So click the link and join us. And in the meantime, answer the 2 questions I gave you. What are you believing that's holding you back? And what do you actually need to believe starting right now so you can show up and create massive change, create impact, and make a true difference in the world? All right, everybody, I hope to see you in my next Thursday Throwdown session, and I definitely hope to see you inside the 5-day challenge. Much love.